rocks and minerals are very interesting. I am definitely not an expert. I pulled out some of the rocks that I have in a tub that I use every year with my classes, and it's just fun to look. For example, I have boxes here. This box contains sedimentary rocks. This one, it's like you can actually see the layers in the rock. Now, sedimentary rocks are formed when small particles of sand and other rock settle, like at the bottom of a riverbed. And over time, layers can be created that kind of tell the story of what was there during that time. So I think this rock is pretty nifty. If I pick up some of them, like this one is super light. It doesn't feel nearly as heavy as a lot of the rocks do. So some rocks have a lighter feel. Of course, some are very dark in color. This one is dark and shiny. It's kind of light. And look, I'm guessing it's pretty soft in a way, or easily broken, because some pieces have broken over time. This black one is super shiny, almost like black glass. Cool. This one is sparkles. This one reminds me of marble. Possibly quartz, but it sparkles a little too, doesn't it? This one is so light that I think it would float. I'm wondering if this one is pumice. I wish you could feel it. It's kind of rough feeling, and it's porous. It has holes in it, almost like it's as light as a sponge. This, I believe, is granite, which is Wisconsin's rock. There's a lot of granite in Wisconsin, that's for sure. Some rocks have little flakes of sparkle, which is kind of nifty. They're fun to look at. And I think it's interesting because some people will be drawn to one type of rock and someone else will find something cool about another. And I think the lesson there is that if you find it cool and you want to pick it up and save it, go for it. Look at that one, has streaks of color running through it. So interesting. Now I'm going to move off of these boxes. We could spend a long time looking. I wanted to show you a few things. So if you were out walking and you saw this rock, you might pick it up because it has some cool green color in it. But you would have no idea what might be inside it if you broke it apart. Look at that. That was crystals inside. Often crystals like that are inside rocks that we don't even realize have something that gorgeous inside. This is called a geode half. It says from Crystal Cave. If you crack it open, look what's inside. Isn't that awesome? It's like a little cave in there. It's very cool. I like it. Here's another one. I found in my son Nathan's drawer. He had saved it. I'm not even sure where he got it. Look at the red, the gorgeous red. It's almost like we found some jewels here. Pyrite. I should have pulled this one out of the bag before I did it. I think pyrite is what they call fool's gold. It sparkles like gold. Azurite. Look at the blue. I have never found a rock like this just laying around. But this bag is full of bluish and green colored rocks. They have blue in them anyway. Sulfur. Talc. Like I've heard of talcum powder. Like baby powder, talc. I wonder if they're chopping that up. I found a little piece of limestone. That's the most common rock that caves form in. It's a softer rock, meaning water would wash it away faster, which is how those caverns are formed. This is a heavy one. If you pick this up, this feels so heavy. I believe it's copper. It's a metal. And so it feels quite heavy, and it's an unusual shape. I think this is a piece of copper too. And it's different. So many cool rocks. Cool colors. Some seem shiny, and you can see it almost looks layered too. It's hard to see on the camera, I'm sure. But anyway, have fun with those rocks. And we will transition into fossils before we're done. And I have some really awesome fossils to show you. But oh, how I wish you could pick up these rocks and give them a little explore. This one almost seems like it has bits of shell in it, which would make sense because it's a sedimentary rock. And certainly shells and things from water animals could settle into that rock and get stuck there. So that would make sense too. So many different kinds of rocks. It'd be cool to be a geologist. I believe that's the name for a scientist that studies rocks, the earth. Cool stuff.